With Taming. This is a Joomla tutorial for those who want to create a dynamic website with Joomla. In the last tutorial, I talked about changing the site name on the admin panel. So in order to do that, you use the global configuration. So I want to continue to show you how the purpose of the global configurations. Now, once again, this is real basic information, so that way when you're starting with Joomla, you want to make sure that you understand the basic concept. A lot of people try to create dynamic websites. They want to start with the most advanced part of it, which I don't believe is the way to go, but that's just me. I believe that in order for you to be successful at something, you have to start from the bottom and work your way up to the very top. So that's why I'm breaking this down with shorter video clips so you can focus on each part. So with that said, a quick recap: if you want to change your Joomla admin name, you go to Site, Global Configurations. From there, you can change the name right here, and you can also put the site offline, online, change the meta tag description for SEO purposes right here, which I covered some of the basics for that in the last video. Now with the editor, normally you have a Joomla default editor, the Tiny MCE, which I'll show you how to install a JCE component, which we utilize for our personal site, which works wonderful. So the next part is the system. Now this is where a little bit system information is being stored. Now I'm just going to skim through some of the basics here. So for those who have never created a Joomla website before, have no clue what this is, I am going to show you what you need in order to get your site run properly. So the system secret, don't worry so much about this part right now. If it's going to be in a different language, then you can be able to change these to the language of your choice. And there are also different components, the Joomfish that you can be able to install, which is multilingual, so you can have an admin panel that has a different language on it, which will be covered in a different tutorial. So the user settings: if you have a website that you don't want people to be able to register on, and you want to designate certain people to log into that site, what you want to do is allow user registration. For this part, you want to click no, and what that means is that no one else is going to be able to register on the front end of your website unless they have permission. So if you look at the front end right now, I've set this to password protect that page. To change that, I have to go to Site, Save, and once I refresh it, I have access to this. So if you notice right now, let me go back to global configurations. This part, allow user registration, right now is set to no. So if someone came on this site, if you notice, this normally has 3 items: forgot your password, forgot your username, and then create an account. So but I took that off. If I want to enable that, I click on yes and click on apply. When I reload, you notice create an account shows up. So a lot of people, sometimes maybe you have a subscription site that you have to it's by invitations only or through registration, where someone have access to that only when they pay. This is another great feature, that if you don't want just anyone to have access to the site, then you would have to create an account for them on the back end in order for them to be able to log into the site. So you click on yes or no, whatever preference you use. New register user, you can leave that as it is. Everything as it is right now, you don't have to worry much about this. So all of this, I'll go back to debug and the cache later, but for now, you don't worry about that. For the server, where it says mail from is going to be where you want people to get the mail from. In other words, your site name at whatever.com. Right now it's from admin@tamineg.com. You can change that so when people receive emails, this is what's going to show up on their email. So whatever you want to change that to, that's pretty much up to you.